Okay, welcome back, YouTube and everyone on the call. Thank you so much for joining again. Before we start, let's just ask for blessings. So just want to invite you to put your hands over your heart, close your eyes. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguruji Meileng, to our sacred teams, Mother Earth, all the plant medicines, to our higher souls, our divine selves, we humbly ask for your divine blessings, love, kindness, compassion, for divine illumination, divine oneness, abundance of prosperity, inner healing and physical healing, for the inner strength to continue with our spiritual practices, for divine assistance, divine soothing, healing energies, divine guidance, divine protection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with gratitude, respect, and love, so be it, and so it is. Thank you. Okay. So one of the things that I thought would be interesting to kind of explore a little bit today is tonight, for those of you joining live, April 12th is the April full moon. And I'll be upfront, astrology is not my personal strong suit, but I am going to share just a little bit about what I know about the full moon and really what it is important when it comes to the energy of the full moon. So one of the things that my teacher, Master Ko, and his teacher, Master Chokok Sui, have often said is that, and Master Ko has said this specifically in a lot of his videos, the full moon is often a time for opportunity or crisis. And for those on the spiritual path, it can be a time for opportunity. And for those who are unaware of what is actually happening energetically when the full moon happens, it can be a time of crisis. So what do I mean by all that? Some of you may have heard certain stories. There's certain fantasy stories, for example, where like werewolves happen, where full moon comes out and then certain people, they turn into these giant crazy monsters and they go around, they cause all this destruction and mayhem. That has some truth to it in that during the full moon, tons of spiritual energy comes down and it energizes everything in our lives. Without exception, all the good, all the bad. So if you have a tendency to be loving, to be giving, to be generous, all these different things, all of that will be enhanced during the times of the full moon. If you have a tendency to, say, complain a lot, to feel angry, to whatever it might be, maybe these negative tendencies tend to get also amplified during this time. One thing that I learned from stories about prison guards is that they tend to be more on guard during full moons because a lot of the prisoners will tend to riot during the periods of full moons. They'll tend to riot, they'll tend to cause a lot of unrest, all these different things, more so during periods of full moons compared to not. So this is just kind of to share like an example of what is happening to everybody when the full moon is happening. One of the ways you can start to look at this is, say you have a garden, you have plants growing, maybe you have some fruit, some trees, whatever it is, some nice flowers, and also mixed into that garden are probably weeds. And when the full moon happens, it's synonymous with coming around and just throwing fertilizer on everything without care. Just like, okay, like everything gets fertilizer. All the weeds, all the flowers, the trees, everything here, fertilizer for everything. So you can imagine, like if you haven't pulled out the weeds, those are also going to grow a lot when the fertilizer goes on them. Same with all the flowers and the plants and all those things. So how can this be a time for opportunity for people on the spiritual path? The reason it's a time for opportunity is if we know how to harness this energy and use it, we can then use that energy, that massive spiritual energy coming down, to essentially pull out the weeds from our own garden. And these weeds can be things like anger, tendencies to complain or feel anxious or fear or even traumas. Pretty much anything that could be viewed as maybe in a negative emotion, negative thought, any kind of negative energy that could be floating around in our aura. If we use that energy properly, we can then flush that stuff out. So I'm going to do my best to kind of take us through a few exercises that are going to, I think, be very helpful for all of you. So it's not just me talking to you in a lecture, basically, but I really want to make sure that we understand what we're doing before we actually go into the exercises and into the sound healing, so that with that understanding, it actually can become more potent for a lot of people. One of the things, just a side note, one of the things I would really highly, highly recommend is to go on YouTube and search Master Co, my teacher, Master Co, Master and then CO, and Twin Hearts. He has a ton of free videos online. He has a Twin Hearts meditation. He also has a lot of stuff that he calls ATL, or Anchor the Light, which is just his way of sharing spiritual knowledge. So he'll go through and he'll, similar to the format that I'm doing, he'll have a lecture and then he'll do a Twin Hearts meditation. Twin Hearts meditations are very, very potent when it, especially during these times of the full moon. It can be almost equivalent to meditating for like a month just by doing it for a single day. And the reason for that is that, again, you use all the spiritual energy. During the Twin Hearts meditation, you will act as a channel to bless the earth. All the spiritual energy will come down through your crown, through your whole body, flow out through your hands, and then bless the earth. And it's not us blessing, it's God, all the higher beings, whatever you want to believe, the universe, sending its energy through us. We're acting as a channel to send energy and direct it towards certain spots. As that energy flows through us, it has a tendency to, much like, let's say like a power hose, flushing out like a tube. Like you're just spraying this huge, high-powered beam of water through a tube. All this gunk that might be in the body and the system anywhere will be pushed out. So there's just a little bit about that. Highly recommend checking it out. It's just a way to open the heart, the crown, Twin Hearts meditations. So one of the things that I think is especially true for many people right now, especially in the political climate that we're in the U.S., at least, for those of us in the U.S., and I would say maybe around the world to a certain extent. One of the things that I notice, and I'm not going to get into politics specifics about who to vote for, anything like that. That's not what this is going to be about. Really, what I want to point everyone's attention to is that there is a lot of fear, a lot of anger, especially. A lot of anger towards whoever, whether it be you want this person to be in office, you don't want this person to be in office, et cetera, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. At the core of it, a lot of people I've noticed are feeling a lot of anger. And that could be towards political figures, it could be towards maybe family members, it could be towards your friends, loved ones, whoever it is, maybe coworkers. And some of us feel a certain amount of anger towards it. And I think that when it comes to any of these things, and you've probably heard me, if you've been in any of my calls before, if you've watched any of the videos before, you've heard me talk about this. But one of the most important things to do is to learn from the anger and let it go. And the way that we let this go is to really understand the differences between, as my teacher puts it, outer forgiveness and inner forgiveness. Outer forgiveness is essentially what you do with the person, how you act, what actions you take, what you think, feel, all these different things. Inner forgiveness is for all, no matter what. It's internally. Internally, I recognize that, and this might be getting ahead of myself, but internally I recognize that you are a soul, I'm a soul, we're all making mistakes, we're all growing and evolving, and evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them, so can you. I wish you the same. And in this way, in this kind of way to kind of just, what's the word for it? Discern which forgiveness is which. The outer forgiveness is for most, but not all. Inner forgiveness is for all, no matter what, full stop. Outer forgiveness is for most, but not all. Inner forgiveness is for all, no matter what. So, for example, internally, I forgive you. I recognize you're making mistakes. I let this go. But externally, I'm going to set boundaries. I'm going to get a restraining order. I'm going to whatever is needed. So all of that's going to be different depending on what your situation is calling for. And that's always going to be different depending on what it is you experience and what is going on. But always recognizing that externally, we're going to have certain boundaries. Internally, I forgive you, I understand, you're going through certain things, and it's okay, I let this go. One of the things that's, I think, well, let me pause for a second. Does anyone in the call have any questions about any of this before I keep kind of moving forward? Okay. So one of the things that's very important to understand when it comes to forgiveness, and really any kind of release that we do, one of the things that's very important to understand when it comes to any kind of release that we might do, especially in sound baths, energy healing, all these different things, and even somatic work, all these different types of modalities that we might experience, is to understand who you really are and remember who you really are. So one of the affirmations that my teacher, Master Chokok Sui, my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, shares is the I am affirmation. And in that I am affirmation, it states, I'm not this body, I'm not the emotions, I'm not the thoughts, I'm not even the mind, I am the soul. I'm a being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. So, what does this mean? If I were to say, or have you move your left arm, and you moved your left arm, you did this. Who's moving your left arm? And you might say, well, I moved my left arm. I moved it. Moving your left arm, moving any part of your body, probably didn't take any amount of emotion, any amount of thinking. You just used your will to move the body. You just get, okay, I move my fingers, I move my hand, whatever, my arm. I moved it. I'm the mover of this body. And now I say, feel an emotion, feel happy, feel sad, feel whatever. Who's feeling those emotions? And then you might say, well, I'm feeling those emotions. I'm feeling happy, sad, whatever. And now think of an apple, think of a tree, think of a cat. Who's thinking of those things? Who's thinking of the apple, the cat, the cat, apple, tree? Who's thinking of those things? And you probably say, well, I'm thinking of those things. I'm thinking of that cat, the apple, the tree, whatever. So I am moving my body, feeling my emotions, thinking certain thoughts. Who is the I in every scenario there? Is the I the body? Is the I the emotions? Or is the I the thoughts? Or is it deeper than that? Is it that you are just the being moving the body, feeling the feelings, thinking the thoughts, experiencing this physical reality so that you can learn from it and grow and evolve? So you are the soul. You are a being of pure light, pure energy, inhabiting this body, your body, moving your body, feeling your feelings, thinking certain thoughts. So all of us have certain amount of emotions, certain amount of thoughts floating around in our aura, in our body somewhere, in certain organs. And it requires us to, especially for those of us who are more serious about the spiritual path or even just want to improve their lives in some way, it's important for us to understand what is going on so that we can work to release the stored emotions, the stored traumas, the stored thoughts. So one of the things that many texts, many medical, I think scientifically, they're starting to talk about this in certain literature, especially if you've ever studied like somatic teachings or anything like that. One book you can check out is The Body Keeps the Score. It's a really good book. Highly recommend it. And one of the things that is mentioned in that book is that certain parts of our body will remember certain events. So you might not have the memory of it, but it will remember the feeling and the tension, the thoughts, and all of that is stored in the body somewhere. So, for example, the liver on your right side will tend to create and store a lot of anger. The stomach will tend to create a lot of anxieties, fears. The kidneys will also create and store a lot of fears. The throat, if you have, for example, let's say you have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of that will also be stored, created and stored in the throat chakra, the throat area. And if you say have low self-esteem, negative self-esteem, it can make it hard for you to express yourself, to speak up, all these different things, which is directly connected with the throat chakra area. So all of these different emotions, all these different things that we feel and experience are created and stored in certain parts of the body as energy. So this feeling of anger, feeling of sadness, feeling of whatever is created and stored in the body. So another piece of that, you, the soul, have the ability to create these emotions. You have the ability to also disintegrate these emotions. So let's make this a little more real instead of just me talking about it. Let's just do a quick experiment just to see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So what I want you to do is just rub your hands together. Go like this. Shake the hands out. Maybe go like this a little bit. Go like this again. Press the center of your palm, of each palm. Shake it out again. And then just with the palms facing towards each other, just very gently bring the hands closer together. Oops, let me get up closer on the camera. Bring the hands closer together and then kind of apart. Almost like you're playing an accordion. It's like bringing the hands close together and then apart. Close together and apart. And for those of you on the call, I'm just curious, or even in the chat on the video, right in the chat, like I'm curious, what have you noticed? What do you feel? What sensations are coming up for you? And you can write in the chat, you can speak up, whichever feels right for you. I'm just curious, like what sensations are you noticing when you kind of do this? Maybe you feel like a pressure, maybe a sensation of some sort, like hot or cold. I'm just curious what you notice. Something palpable between your hands.
I actually feel energy, a relaxing type of energy.
Okay, awesome. So you're basically what we're doing here is the part of the experiment. You're just feeling energy in between your hands. You're feeling the energy that we're all surrounded by. We're all surrounded by an ocean of light, ocean of energy, and you're feeling this little spot in between your hands. So let's do one more thing. So just shake it out again. Hold your hands like this. Put your awareness on the palms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. Okay, so what do you notice? Do you notice any sensations in your hands now? Equal weight, okay. Nicole, the answer to your question is I don't know. I don't know how the earth affects it in that way. They feel staticky. Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll do one more thing. So again, do this. Hold them like this. And what I want you to do is just look at your right hand, look at your right palm, and I want you to verbally say anger 5 times. So look at your right palm and say anger, 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 anger. Okay, so now look at your left palm. I'm just holding it, it's not going anywhere. So just look at your left palm and now speak verbally out loud, love 5 times. So love, 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 love. And now just compare. Just kind of do this, just feel. What are you noticing in the hands? What sensations are present in the hands? What do you notice? Is there a difference between the two hands? Maybe a pressure, maybe a sensation, maybe a temperature change. What sensations are you noticing? The right hand felt lower, then the left felt heavier. Okay. So now take your hands like this and just follow me and say disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. And go like this again and just compare. What do you notice? What changed? Feels balanced, feels light. Right hand felt heavier first, stiffer. Feels balanced and light. Okay, so basically, what that experiment was, you, the soul, used the energy that we're all swimming in, the universal energy that's all around us. You created this, what's known as a thought form. You created this emotion of anger in one hand, of emotion of love in the other hand, and you held it in your hands, you felt it, and then you disintegrated it and broke it back down into its base form of neutral energy. So what's the reason for this experiment? The reason is to show you that you, the soul, have the ability to create certain emotions, hold them, store them somewhere if you want, and then you also have the ability to disintegrate those emotions. So, knowing this, if we know that certain parts of the body are affected by certain emotions, say we feel anger a lot, or we feel sadness a lot, or feel whatever, you can work to cleanse those spots, those parts of the body. The way that I do it is using a modality called pranic healing. So we use our energy to sweep out certain parts of the body, basically to sweep out all those dirty negative energies that might have been either created by you or given to you from society, from your parents, whoever. Some combination of that is always within us. We can use our energy to sweep that stuff out, throw it away in salt water, and then be cleansed of it. So that's a way to do it. And let's do a quick one more exercise, and then we'll go into the sound healing. What I want you to do is think of one person that you feel angry towards, that feels some amount of upsetness, angry. And just rate it, before we do this exercise, just rate it out of 10. How angry do I feel towards this person? Is it like a 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, like 5 out of 10? Like, how upset do you feel towards this person when you think about them? Especially if you maybe think about certain events that might have happened with you and this person. How upset do you feel out of 10 towards this person? For those of you in the call, just type the number in the chat. Where's the number? It doesn't have to be exact, just kind of around this number is good enough. Okay, so an 8. A 10, okay. Okay. So just have that number in your head. 7, okay. And we'll just see if anything will change. We'll just go through this exercise together. So what I want you to do is put your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and imagine 10, 20 feet away from you, you're looking at this person. And just verbally repeat after me. Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste. And now just imagine this person turning into brilliant light, because after all, we're forgiving the soul, not the body. And again, verbally repeat after me, looking at this brilliant light. Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste. We are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. Evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them. So can you. I wish you the same. May God's peace and love be with my soul, and may God's peace and love be with your soul. Namaste. So now be aware of the lower back, be aware of the upper back, the back heart chakra, Be aware of the crown, the top of your head, and be aware of a brilliant light floating just above your crown. So awareness on these 4 spots: the lower back, upper back, crown, and a light above. So put your awareness on the lower back. Breathe in through the nose, bringing your awareness up, up, up to the upper back. Breathing in, up, up, up to the crown. Breathing in, up, up to the light. Breathing in and hold. And let it go through the mouth. And verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And just leave your awareness on the light above. Allow the emotions to transform from anger, resentment, into peace, into love and compassion. Just allowing all the energies to release from the body, leaving your awareness on that light above. Okay, we'll do that again. So awareness on the lower back, breathing in through the nose, bringing the awareness up, up, up to the upper back, breathing in, up, up, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, breathing in and hold, and letting it go through the mouth. Verbally say, you're completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And leave your awareness on the light above. Allow the emotions to leave the body, to be transformed and let go of. Okay, we'll do that one last time. So awareness on the lower back, breathing in, bringing it up, up, up to the upper back, breathing in, up, up, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, breathing in and hold, and letting it go through the mouth. Verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And just open your hands at the chest, palms facing outwards. And just verbally say, may you be blessed with inner peace, with inner healing. May you also learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. I completely forgive you. I release you. Go in peace. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Namaste. Okay, open your eyes, look at me, and just do this and say, cut, cut, cut. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Did the number change? Anything change thinking about this person, going through that exercise? I'm just curious to hear. What is the number at now? And go ahead and type in the chat if you're online. What is the number now? From an 8 to a 4, from a 10 to a 4, from a 7 to a 3 or 4. Amazing. That's really good. Amazing. I'm glad to hear that. So I'll have this on YouTube for those of you who want to go and rewatch this again. Highly recommend repeating this exercise ideally for everybody that you feel any amount of anger towards. The goal is to get it from whatever number it is down to a 0. And it'll take time to kind of go through it, and hopefully the list isn't long. Hopefully it's not me that you're angry at either, but whatever it is, just the idea is to repeat the exercise until it's down to a 0. And again, just a reminder, forgiving doesn't mean that you allow certain actions. It means that internally you forgive and you let these emotions go. And from a place of clarity, from a place of peace and calmness, you can then decide what is the proper action to take. Is the proper action having a conversation with the person? Is the proper action setting certain boundaries? Is it getting the cops, the lawyers involved? Whatever it might be. Coming from a place of peace and calm is the ideal for where we want to go when it comes to what decisions we make, how we act, what we do moving forward. So that's what I would suggest to you. One thing I think is important to bring up, because this might happen for some of you, sometimes when you do this exercise, there can be a tendency for maybe the beginning where like, oh, the anger is 5 out of 10. And then you go through it, and as you kind of move through it, it feels almost like it intensifies, and it goes maybe from like a 5 to an 8 or a 10 even. And you might be wondering, like, why did that happen? I thought it should go down. And the reason for this is actually pretty simple. And I don't know of a not disgusting way to describe it. But basically, what is happening is you most likely in those cases didn't have as much awareness around how much was inside of you. And as it's coming out of you, being released, almost like you're vomiting it out or pooping it out, whatever, you then become aware of how much is actually there, and it can feel almost like it intensified. But what is really happening is that you became more aware of how much was there as you are releasing it. So if you continue to repeat the exercise, I can tell you that if you truly want to release this, the number may initially go up, but it will go down over time and hit a 0 if you continue to do it repeatedly. So this is just to kind of warn you, or maybe not warn you, but just let you know about what might happen. So it's not a surprise, because I know that's come up for some people where they're like, well, why did it go up? What happened? So cool. Any questions about any of that from anyone on the call before we move on? Okay. So let's move into the sound and pranic healing part of the ceremony. And one of the things that's really important when it comes to this sound energy healing part of the ceremony is to relax, allow, and receive. The more that you relax, allow, and receive, the better all of the healing is going to work. It's a natural tendency of the body when we experience certain things that are uncomfortable or maybe negative in nature, say it's an emotion, maybe a thought, maybe a feeling or sensation. It's a natural tendency of the body to want to kind of tense up and kind of hold itself in a certain way, almost like it's protecting itself from like what might be a potential threat or feeling of discomfort. The more that you can relax, allow, and receive, the better the healing will work. When we are tense, what ends up happening is that part of the body might be releasing a certain energy, a certain emotion, whatever it might be. And then the tension, if we allow the tension to kind of remain there as opposed to relaxing and allowing, the tension will actually hold in a certain amount of that emotion, that energy. So some of it might get released, and a bunch of the rest of it will kind of get held in through that tension. One hack that I like to give everybody is if you start to experience any of those things, say it's like a clenched jaw, maybe clenched fists, maybe you feel anger, sadness, maybe it's a chatty mind, just silently say to yourself, I allow, and then the thing you're experiencing. So if it's a clenched jaw, I allow the clenched jaw. I allow the clenched fist. If If it's an emotion, I allow this emotion. I allow this anger. I allow this sadness. I allow. If it's a chatty mind, I allow the chatty mind. I allow these thoughts. I allow. And for most people, just by simply giving themselves permission to feel and experience whatever it is they're feeling or experiencing, it then allows your body to then go, oh, it's okay. It's okay to feel this. It's okay to experience this. I let this go. And your body will then simultaneously go, oh, it's okay. It's fine. Permission is given. It's fine. It's okay. And through that relaxation, through that letting go, more of the stuff will be released, and it will basically make the healing work better. Okay, any last questions before we start? Okay, so if there's nothing else, then I just want to invite you to get comfortable, either seated or laying down, and we will start in just a second. Okay. So just inviting you to close the eyes if you haven't done so already. We're going to do a few slow, deep breaths together. So breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. One last one, breathing in through the nose, and letting it go. Allowing the breath to return to normal with the eyes still closed. I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or see this violet light is washing over your entire body. And this violet light is entering into every part of your being, saturating the blood, the bones, all the organs. Every cell in your body is saturated in violet light. And just allowing, relaxing, and letting go. Just inviting you Imagine a brilliant light floating just above your crown. Put your complete awareness on that brilliant light. Be aware of the gap between the sounds. Be aware of the gap between the thoughts. Be aware of the gap between the emotions. Be aware of the stillness at the top of your breath. Be aware of the stillness at the bottom of your breath. Be aware of that brilliant light floating just above your head. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. back to the body. Gently coming back, keeping the eyes closed, remaining still and aware. We'll do some deeper clearing. Be aware of your crown chakra, the top of your head. The divine energy from God is coming down, down, down through all the higher beings, coming down, down through your higher soul, coming down and entering into your crown chakra. The brilliant electric violet light is cleansing your crown chakra of all negative energies. Silently say, my crown chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bring awareness to your Ajna chakra, the place between the eyebrows. Silently say, my Ajna chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now bring awareness to your throat chakra. Silently say, my throat chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now bringing awareness to your back heart chakra. Silently say, my back heart chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now bringing awareness to your front solar plexus chakra, the place between the ribs. Silently say, my front solar plexus chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is deeply and thoroughly cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of your mid-back, where the back solar plexus is located. Silently say, my back solar plexus chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. So be it. Now be aware of the navel chakra, the place where the belly button is located. Imagining white light going into your navel chakra. Silently say, my navel chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. So be it. Now be aware of the pubic bone where the sex chakra is located. Silently say, my sex chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Your entire spine is being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Now be aware of the base of your spine, the basic chakra. Silently say, my basic chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of the soul chakras at the bottom of your feet. Silently say, my soul chakras are filled with luminous white light. They are cleansed, energized, and they are healthy. So be it. Just relax, be receptive. Silently say, yes, I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the blessings. Yes, I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the blessings. Yes, I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the blessings on all levels, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, etherically, and physically. So be it. Another wave of energy is coming down. Just relax, be receptive. There's nothing you need to do. The divine energy is coming down, cleansing your crown chakra, cleansing your right brain, left brain, middle brain. It's cleansing your forehead chakra, ajna chakra, cleansing your throat, the jaw chakra, secondary throat chakras. It's cleansing your front heart chakra, your lungs, your shoulders, arms, forearms, hands, and fingers. It's cleansing your back heart chakra, your lungs. Your entire spine is being cleansed. Your front solar plexus is being cleansed. Your spleen is being cleansed. Your liver is being cleansed. Your front back liver is being cleansed. Front back spleen is being gently and thoroughly cleansed. Your back solar plexus chakra, your kidneys are being cleansed. Your entire spine is cleansed. Your Ming chakra is cleansed. Your navel chakra is cleansed. Secondary navel chakras are cleansed. Sex chakra is cleansed. Your reproductive organs are all deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Your basic chakra is cleansed. Your hips are being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Your legs, your perineum is being cleansed. Your knees, front back knees are being cleansed. The ankles, all the way down to the ankles, feet and toes. And your soul chakras are all being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. All remaining negative energies anywhere in the body are being now deeply and thoroughly disintegrated, extracted, expelled, properly disposed of. Now, so be it. So be it. All negative quotes. Cut. Just imagine you're surrounded by white light. Just imagine you're in an ocean of white light. Gently breathe in through the nose, absorb that white light into every part of your body. Gently breathe out any used up dirty energy. Gently breathe in all that white light into every part of your being. Hold. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in more white light into every part of your body. Gently breathe out. Allow the breath to return to normal. Bringing awareness back to the body. Wiggling the hands and fingers, feet and toes. Gently coming back. And slowly and gently, opening the eyes and returning back to a seated position. Okay, everybody feeling better? All right, let's do some quick movements so we can ground the energy and also not leave you with energy congestion. So just want to invite you to stand up. All right. So stand up. Just want you to massage your face. Just massage the face. Tap the top of the head going back. top of the head going back, tapping down to the chest, stomach area, the right side liver, tap, tap, tap. The left side, the spleen area, tap, tap, tap. Tap the whole abdomen area. Tap one of the shoulders going down on the outside. Coming back up on the inside. Tapping the armpit. Tapping the other shoulder going down. Coming back up on the inside. Tapping the mid-back where the kidneys are located. Going down to the lower back. Tapping around the hips. Going down one of the legs all the way down. Coming back up. Going down the other leg, going all the way down. Coming back up. Just shake it out. Just shake, shake, shake. Okay, and just to ground it a little further, just while we're standing here, just have your hands facing towards the ground, so palms facing down. Just silently follow along with me, or silently repeat. Imagine golden light going down to the earth, maybe 10, 20 feet down, and silently repeat. Let Mother Earth, may Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, and good earth. Let Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, rejuvenated, and revitalized. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. Thank you. Okay, you can sit back down. Should be good enough. Okay, so hopefully everyone's feeling better. Quick announcements, and then I'll stick on the call for anyone who has questions or anything they want to share afterwards. But just quick announcements. For those of you in Minnesota, this is more for the people immediately here, but also if you ever want to come again. I do these online ceremonies every second and fourth Saturdays of the month, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, almost immediately after this, at 1:45, we'll start, is going to be a Cacao and Connection event. It's a community-based event. We'll have a cacao meditation. I'll do a little short lecture and demo on pranic healing. And then we'll have some connection-building exercises to really get to know people and really create, ideally, friendship and community with people that are interested in the same kind of thing. So if that interests you, I'd love to see you later. Or the Cacao and Connections I also do every second Saturday of the month, 1:45 to 4:30 p.m. Oh, I'm glad you stayed, Stephanie. I'm surprised you did. Thank you so much. But yeah, quick announcements. Just I would love to see you at any of the events. If you ever want to work one-on-one, I offer this type of healing, very personalized healing for you and whatever's going on with you. So please connect with me. All the links will be down in the description down below. For those on the call, put the link tree in the chat. And I also do what's known as cacao, sound, and pranic healing ceremonies every first and third Fridays of the month. And those are also in Minneapolis. Again, if you want to come to any of that stuff, all the links are down below. I'd highly encourage you to check those out. And yeah, other than that, I'm very grateful for you all being here. So thank you so much. Let's just say a closing prayer, and then we'll be on our way. So put your hands over your heart. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahagur Jumeling, to our sacred teams, Mother Earth, all the plant medicines, to our higher souls, the divine selves. Thank you all for your priceless blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please close all portals with thanks and a full faith. So be it, so be it. With gratitude, respect, and love, so be it. So it is. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you all. Again, I'll stick on the call for anyone who wants to chat afterwards. And for those on YouTube, I will see you in the next one. Thank you.
Thanks.